Welcome to this exciting journey through the evolution of e-learning, a journey that takes us back to the 18th century. Are you ready? Let's dive into this fascinating story. It all began in 1728, when Caleb Phillips offered correspondence lessons through the Boston Gazette. Imagine at that time receiving lessons directly in your mailbox. Why was this innovation important? Because it addressed a pressing need, enabling those who lived far from educational centers to learn without traveling. This was the first step toward making education more accessible. Then, in 1775, significant progress was made with the establishment of the postal system. This may seem ordinary today, but at the time it was revolutionary. A reliable network for delivering letters allowed for the further development of correspondence education. Communication between students and teachers became faster, making learning more efficient. Now let's move to 1804 with the invention of punch cards by Joseph Marie Jacquard. You may be wondering, how is this related to e-learning? Well, this technology was the beginning of automating information processing, laying the groundwork for using computers in distance learning. It was like placing the first cornerstone for e-learning. Moving to 1833 in Sweden, an announcement was made about the possibility of learning writing via correspondence. This initiative demonstrated the international reach of distance education. The need for flexibility was growing, and correspondence education allowed learners in different regions and countries to access education without geographical boundaries. In the 1920s, distance education took a new step with the rise of radio education. Over 200 radio stations were permitted to broadcast educational programs. This medium brought education directly into homes through the airwaves, reaching a broader audience, including those who couldn't read or write. Then came another milestone in 1929, with the launch of the Ohio School of the Air. This initiative showcased the immense potential of radio as a mass educational tool, continuing its broadcasts until 1940. It was the first successful experiment of distance education through mass media. Now let's fast forward to the 1950s, when Iowa State University launched the first educational television station. Imagine a TV channel dedicated entirely to education. Television didn't just offer sound and visuals, it provided a more engaging learning experience. In 1951, Western Reserve University took another step forward by offering accredited courses via television. This was an official acknowledgement of the legitimacy of distance education, paving the way for using television as a reliable educational medium. The 1970s saw another revolution with the growth of cable and satellite technologies. These innovations allowed for the widespread dissemination of educational programs, making distance learning more accessible, especially in remote areas. In the 1980s, computers entered the educational scene. Computer-assisted learning systems emerged, offering interactive courses and more engaging learning experiences. Interactive two-way video systems allowed for direct communication between students and teachers, a key step toward the e-learning we know today. Then came the 1990s. The internet exploded. Online learning became a natural option for many students. Thanks to the World Wide Web, education became available globally, with content accessible at any time, from anywhere. In 1997, critical developments occurred. The first public online school, the Florida Virtual School, was launched. At the same time, platforms like Blackboard revolutionized course management online, making course organization and communication between teachers and students easier. In 2001, Creative Commons licenses were introduced, making it easier to share educational content while respecting authors' rights. This step encouraged teachers to collaborate and share their educational resources freely. Then, in 2009, Khan Academy emerged, changing the course of e-learning. Free educational videos for everyone with just one click. Can you imagine that? Millions of students around the world could access courses for free wherever they were. Finally, in 2013, massive open online courses, or MOOCs, took off with platforms like Udacity. These courses enabled millions of people to learn at their own pace, often for free or at a low cost. By 2019, the number of online students had reached 6.6 million. This figure shows that e-learning has become a fundamental pillar in modern education. So there you have it, the story of e-learning's evolution. A technological journey, and more importantly, a story of empowering everyone to access education. The question is, where will we go next? The future looks promising, and who knows what awaits us.